Hello, everybody. I bet you think this is a surprise. Yes, this is Alex, and I thought I would give you a bit of a treat in week 6 with the second discussion question, and also just do a little quick show and tell of the communications formula. So I know you have already read the week 6 discussion about human resources management. And in this discussion and a little bit of video audio is the week 6 discussion for communications management. And you'll see that I've already posted 6 questions, and the 6 questions I'm just going to kind of touch on just for a little bit. You know, at this stage of our lesson, and as you venture into your reading for the week, you will gain, knowledge about the questions that I am asking, and so let's review the questions. Why is communications management so important during project execution? And just to give you a tip that will help you explore the benefits about managing communications during project execution can be found in your PMBOK sections 10.2, Manage Communications. And considering that you have already created your project communications plan and you have a good idea who is getting what report, who will be generating the report, and who and how the communications will be delivered. There are some soft skills that we need to pay attention to. And what is it about the sender and the receiver models that incorporate interactions and feedback? Is email the only media means to communicate? And have you considered how and what type of writing style you use? Writing style is not what we are all used to, from the academic levels. We are at the business level of writing styles, and the use of active and passive voice will be very important for you to remember. So what is the difference between formal and informal communications? As you do your research about formal and informal communications, I'm sure you'll find that formal communications is through status reports, emails, web pages, dashboards, things like that. And informal communication is found through walking around, managed by walking around, or through picking up the phone to discuss issues, or through an impromptu meeting to resolve issues. Informal communications also allows the team to build a rapport with each other. What's your style? Now, why is nonverbal communication so important? You'll find there is a percentage about what message is replayed to another person through what we visually see as body language. You are probably saying, really? Why do I really have to understand nonverbal communications as a project manager? And as you do your research, I think you'll understand and share some good comments in this week's post. Now, communications becomes more complicated when team size increases because the number of channels of communication increases. The formula n times n minus 1 divided by 2 is a mathematical way of understanding as the team size increases and the variety of complexity of interactions will also increase. How many stakeholders are on your team? Say, for instance, if you have 5 on your team, using the formula, you can determine how many possible channels you will be communicating. Let's take a look at what little formula that I've created in a spreadsheet. You'll see a little spreadsheet that I've created, and I call this the communications channel formula. And I think you can see my mouse hover over the different areas. So if we enter the 5 stakeholders as I mentioned here, just press enter, you'll see that n equals 5, n minus 1 equals 4, and if we multiply n times n minus 1, it equals 20. And then we divide it by 2, staying with the formula, the total number of communications channels I should have with 5 stakeholders is 10. Now, branching out to the number of communications channels that we have formal, informal, and unofficial. Now, if we're looking at the formal ways to communicate, such as annual reports, business plan, business cases, company goals and visions, directions, goals, manuals. Oh yeah, the infamous manuals, memos, newsletters, and so on. And looking at the informal communications, that's going to be a matter of elevator chat, if you have elevators in your office, hallway discussions, lunchtime breaks, water cooler, quality time, quality circle time, and forums, and perhaps even just team building and working together. Now, the unofficial communications channel, which also is a communications channel, that's going to be like conferences. You're going to be talking with colleagues, competitors at conferences that are about projects, and that's not really part of the scope. You're going to hear things like, I've heard this through the grapevine, or even maybe social gatherings. So I hope this helps a little bit to kind of lay the picture about the communications discussion. And I hope to see you in the discussion this week, and we'll see you there.